So what makes you different? You know, if you run a local business and you want to do videos, I'd suggest recording a simple video about what makes you different from all the other businesses in your area that seem to be doing exactly the same thing as you, because this is something that other people who are looking to choose need to know before they do choose. Now, from the outside, as a consumer, one solar company can look like another solar company. A mechanic can look exactly like all the other mechanics in town from the outside. A renovation company, how do you know which one to choose? They all look the same. Same with aesthetics clinics, all these lovely outside, places, and private healthcare professionals, we have no idea. Home improvement businesses can look very similar to the next one. Nobody knows what it is you do differently. And this is where the problem is. You know as a business owner that there's a huge difference because you know how you work, you know what you care about, and you know what your best types of customer or client actually appreciate about you and what it is you do differently. But from someone coming in from the outside, they can't see any of that. And people can't choose you for those reasons if they don't know them yet. So this video is about helping people to understand why they might choose you out of all the other choices. So you can think of it kind of like a networking conversation. If you met somebody in real life and they asked you what you do, at some point the conversation would naturally get to so what makes you different? You could be talking about it and they'll go, well, why are you different to all the other businesses like this? Or even something like, why should somebody come to you instead of like my friend down the road, they do the same thing? You must have had those conversations before. But this is what this particular video subject would be about. It's just that same conversation, but you record it on your phone so that people can hear it before they ever even contact you. You put it up on social media and they get to see and hear you first. And the good thing is you don't need to make this complicated at all. In fact, you just want to make it very, very simple. You can answer these simple questions in this video. Like first, what do people often assume about a business like yours that isn't true for your business? The second thing is, what do you do differently? What makes you stand out from all of those other businesses like your own? And then the third thing should be really, why does that matter for your customers? So you might say something like, a lot of people think that businesses like ours all do the same thing, like X, Y, Z. But one thing we do differently is, and then you list that thing. You say what that thing is, and then you say why. And then you say, and the reason that matters is because, and then you list why that reason matters, why you do it that way. For example, if you install solar panels, maybe what makes you different is how you clearly explain all the options before anybody spends any money, or even before you show up to their house to show how it would all work. I mean, if you're a mechanic, for example, maybe it is that you show people what actually is fixing and what doesn't need doing right now, but what might need to be done in the future. If you do things like renovations, maybe you can help people understand the process and how long it's going to take on average, from what it's been like before all the work starts. They get an idea about what you're going to do. Maybe if you run an aesthetics clinic, maybe it's that you take a very careful and qualified approach and explain what is suitable before anyone makes a decision. You do a diagnostic, let's say. These are the kind of things that people need to hear so that they can trust you. Because when people are looking, they're basically comparing you to all the others and they're trying to work out who they can trust. So if your video helps them to understand what makes you different, you've already made that decision much easier for them. They're getting to know you on a video. So you can record a simple video on your phone like this, and then you can speak as if one good potential customer has come to you and asked you, what makes your business different? Why should I choose you? You want to keep it short because people are busy these days. You want to keep it really useful and, to the point, keep it real. I usually think, what do people usually ask me about my business? What can I include in this one? And if you'd like some help creating your own version of this video, I've actually created a simple template for my own clients. And then you can just download this and it'll help you to plan and record it so it's not too long and not too short. And then you can go and put that out on your social media pages.